I don't know. People at clubs dancing with OJ Simpson and shit. I'm watching some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I'm watching TSB. Seeing people dancing with OJ Simpson. And I'm like, oh my god. And then you have the religious, groups out there like, yeah, those motherfuckers is good. It's the end of the world. And yeah, I'm smoking too. Like I told you motherfuckers, it's the end of the world. And some people are like, yeah, Trump bringing the end of the world. You can't blame that man for this. You know, he ain't the Antichrist. But all the shit that could potentially happen can make people truly believe he is. But stop, like MSNBC and everybody, just stop blaming the man. Like he didn't. Nobody could like. I'm gonna say people who he didn't listen to were like, "Sir, this could happen like that." Oh, there's only one or two people, treated like the swine flu, just kind of shut it down. But he didn't know the level of contagion, and once he really truly realized it, only thing he can do is like, we're gonna do this. Now everybody notices that the Dow went up today. What's today? The 18th. Everybody noticed that the Dow went up and everything. And I said that's because the government's trying to prop it up. That's it's inflated stuff. Nobody's gonna go out and buy a $30,000 car and they ain't got no job and it's a pandemic happening. Like if that car, like what did you get that car for? What do y'all buy them cars for in bulk? $5,000 a piece, 6,000? Probably not even. 7,000, 5,000. Like when the cars start going that low, then you can go out and buy one. If you have the money, buy it cash for $4,000. Right now, you can fly to Vegas for the fucking round trip, $280. Round trip from here to Vegas, you can fly for $280. That's cheap as hell. Go on Travelocity or Priceline. But who the fuck want to travel? Go, you can stay at a hotel. You go to Priceline or Travelocity or Avago. You can stay at a hotel for $16 a night in Vegas. $16 a night. You know how long I've been waiting for that? It would have never happened before this, ever. It makes me almost want to like, you know. But the Niagara Falls Casino did the right thing. They said we're closing it up. We're closing it up. We ain't having nobody coming here and stuff like that. Vegas said, fuck it. Now, all the money Vegas had, they should shut that shit down, too. Everybody's wondering where all the celebrities and went. I said Jay-Z and Beyonce probably in a cave in a mountain somewhere, breathing good, fresh Alp air somewhere out of the country. But people are at home because people are regular people. People are at home. And I know they ass are sitting back like, did I have contact with that NBA star? Was I around this motherfucker? Well, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel too good. And, like, that shit is scary for everybody right now. Everybody, like, honey, just try not to kiss me. Oh, then get the fuck away. Back the fuck up. You know, everybody's, your kids, you're dirty, you're big digging in your nose, and all that. Everybody say the fuck back. I'm retreating downstairs in the basement for the next 15 days. Just ordering food and shit, and delivery drivers is making a killing out there, but they gotta be safe. They gotta be safe. Like I said, bleach water in your car, dip the money in the bleach water, put that shit on a cloth, roll that shit up, give them their money back wet. Keep your hands clean. Like, look, why is the money wet? Because it's been dipped in bleach water. Money is dirty as fuck. Change too. Here you go. Here's your food. Have a good day. Like, y'all drivers gonna have to be on shit like that so y'all don't get sick. Y'all got no mask yet, but put a paper bag over your head with the food and shit. Like, here you go. Here's your money. Yeah, don't breathe. I'm gonna stand over here for a second, count your money. Because, when you open the door, a lot of times people think that cold air blows in, but mostly the hot air comes out, I think. So all the air that's in somebody's house comes out into your fucking face. So if you're going to decide to do that, when you open the door, I think it blows inside. I think the cold air blows inside the hot air for a second, and then it kind of regulates within like 10 seconds, and all of a sudden the heat starts flowing out. So that's all that air that's inside there. I wouldn't be like, I'd be, here's your food. Oh, wait, hang on, close the door. Uh, stand over here. You got the money? Okay, bring the money, count the money. Hand them back their money. All right, close the door. Take as soon as you get to your car door, open the car door, open the back seat, have bleach water, everything, dip the money in bleach water and everything like that. Hand them their money, stuff, dip the water in the bleach water, put that shit on a cloth, roll that cloth up. Like, y'all got to maintain, take some, when you get a car, lights off, spray your hands, dip your hands in the bleach water, spray like you do not want to bring anything home. You do not want to be like, oh, I'm making $400 a day, but I'm sicker than a motherfucker with something that could potentially kill me. Like, you got to use your head. Shit is terrible. People talking about having anxiety being at home, watch TV, be on TikTok, be on Facebook, put your opinions out there. In the face of a plague, in the face of, you know, you know that the Spanish flu killed 1 out of 7 people who ever lived. Black Death killed over 100 million people. If we're not careful, we'll wipe our. If we're not careful, if we're not really careful, we could potentially wipe out 30% of our elderly population over the next year and a half. 30-40% of our elderly population potentially wipe out. There's 36 million kids, which I think they say 36 million kids that's, home from school. What about the ones that's not even in school yet? What about the ones that's in daycare? We have to be careful. Leave some toilet paper for other people, leave some shit for other people. Because if we're not careful, if we're not really careful, we can potentially wipe out an entire generation of people. Old and young, middle age, 25, 18 alike. Imagine that. 25% of the population gone, 10% of the population gone, 7% of the population gone, 4% of the population gone, 3%. The numbers were at 4% in China. See, the numbers are at 2% here. That's still 6 million people, assuming everyone gets the virus. And at the rate of spread, that's why people are like, oh, it's the numbers. But they keep saying we're 2 weeks behind, but we're really, really further behind than that. Because I have a feeling that these motherfuckers dying for a minute over there in China before anybody really caught on. The more people talked about it, the more people that went missing. Journalists, good men and women out there is trying to tell the story of what happens, and their own government kills them because they don't want to take the responsibility of this, and they're telling their people, tell them you're lying, tell them you're lying. Like, hell no. The last thing the world needs is a true protest. Or maybe that's what people need. Because in the face of death, you see that things are really, truly wrong. Maybe that's when you really want to say, look, I'm not going to die without saying this. I'm not going to be left in the dust of time as just another name in the obituary, and only my family to remember me, and a quarter of them are gone because of something that people aren't taking serious now because they don't